What is up, everybody? My name's Spangler, and welcome to episode 1 of the Relocation franchise. This is gonna be fun. We're pretty much treated this as if it's kind of like an expansion team. So we took over the Jaguars since I already have the roster with all the players pretty much cut. So even though you'll see people on this team right now act like they're not really there, because after this season they're gonna be all cut. So pretty much starting with a blank slate, we're gonna go to the draft players, and get undrafted free agents and all of that. But it is officially time to pick our team. I have a few cities that I have in mind. I want to stay in America. I don't want to leave and go to like a London, Mexico, or Canada. I kind of like how football's kind of all in America, so I kind of want to keep this. I'm also looking for a team that is kind of I don't want to be in the red for fan interest like Orlando is. I want to be decently up there. I've looked at many of the team's jerseys, and I do like Brooklyn a lot. I like the Bulls uniforms, and I like the Beats uniforms. Those ones are cool. Memphis, they're red and not a big interest. I don't want to go to Chicago. They already have a team. Sacramento, I don't remember having any good, really cool uniforms, and same with Columbus. And they also have low fan interest, so I'm not really interested in going there. Portland was really one of those teams that I was interested in. I really like the SNOWHAWKS uniforms. I think they're sick. And yeah, I just think Portland has really cool uniforms. I did try out the SNOWHAWKS uniforms and see what they look like, because I'm kind of a fan of uniforms that are more bland. I don't like a lot of flashy colors like the Seahawks have. I like the Colts uniforms. I think are cool. I like more just kind of like two colors, not really too bright of colors uniforms. And the SNOWHAWKS, I thought they were going to be more of like a dull color, but they came really kind of flashy when I was playing with them. And I didn't really like that, but I like their colors a lot. I thought they had a cool color combination, so Portland's definitely on the list. And I know there isn't a football team in Portland. I know there's Seattle, Washington, but obviously this isn't in Washington, so. Austin also I'm interested in. I like the Desperados, but I know there's already been a rebuilder who, not really a rebuilder, but a relocation franchise that did the Desperados in Austin, so not gonna do Dublin. Houston, I don't want to be in another team there. Oklahoma City is another one. I like the Lancers uniforms a lot. They did kind of remind me of the Browns, which is a downside since they both use brown, but like I think they might be a little bit different, and I kind of like them a lot. St. Louis is just a rebranding team. San Diego's, I thought they were a little too flashy. I'm not a big fan of them. Oakland's just a rebrand. London, and now we're back. So the decision's coming down between Portland, Oregon, and Oklahoma City. Oklahoma City only has 2 bars, while Portland has 4. So, you know, this is a hard decision, because I really like the boring uniforms, the more bland uniforms like the Lancers have in Oklahoma City. But then again, let me get there. Okay, here we go. Portland has the SNOWHAWKS uniforms, and they also have 4 bars, so I'm kind of swaying towards them. They do have a small market size, and if you didn't know already, small markets are pretty much means that free agents aren't going to want to go to your team as much as they would if you have a big market. So that's kind of a downside, but it's not going to be that big of a deal. If I'm offering them a good amount of money, they're going to want to come here. I think it's gonna big drum roll. I think that the new team for the NFL is going to be the Portland SNOWHAWKS. They're going to Portland. I know might have more flashy uniforms, but the fan interest is big there, and I think that's where we should go. I am scouting along the way, so I'm not going to show you guys who I'm scouting. Actually, I'll show you one prospect who I've seen already, who I have major interest in. It's a quarterback. I think he could be a really good franchise player. Jeremiah Beretta. He has good arm. He's small, and I like playing with smaller quarterbacks in this game. I think they're fun. I think they're more mobile, and they can run faster. I think they're just more like kind of like slippery, kind of like Kyler Murray. He's a little too small, but I think this guy's gonna be good. He's out of Notre Dame. Yeah, he's a scrambling quarterback. And usually when they say scrambling quarterbacks, you'll find someone with 83 speed or higher, which is perfect. So, yeah, that's one prospect I'm really looking at. I'm probably going to take him as my first round pick. But, yeah, let's go on to the team name that we're going to be picking. Alright, going on to team names. You kind of already know what I'm going to go with. I'm going to go with the SNOWHAWKS. They just had a cooler uniform choice than the Riverhawks and the Lumberjacks. The Riverhawks had more of just like a blue and white, and I think you already have that in kind of like the Cowboys and the Colts. That isn't really a Cowboys blue, it's more of a Colts blue, but like I think you already have that uniform already taken, and the Lumberjacks, I didn't really see anything special, and if I was going to go brown, I would have picked the Lancers. But we are going to go the SNOWHAWKS here, even though the fan interest is as low as it can be. I just think the SNOWHAWKS uniforms are too cool, and yeah, let's go check out their uniforms. Okay, looking at the uniforms, I think there's a lot of cool options here. I kind of am swaying towards the popularity. I like these silver helmets a lot. I think they look very cool, but I'm not a fan of these. It kind of reminds me of the old Rams uniforms where they had something kind of similar like this. The patterns on their jerseys, on their like shoulder pads, like the lines that you could see on the shoulder pads, like the stripes. I'm not the biggest fan of this uniform. It's not obviously not the biggest popular jersey, but not the fan of that one. This one I like. The blue, I don't know what they are. The blue V's on the chest aren't the coolest, and I'm not that big of a fan of those, but it's going to come down to a decision between these and these. I think these do not really have that many special designs that are available on them, but I do like their helmets a lot. This is a very difficult decision, but I don't think I could deal with the blue V's on the front of the chest. I'm gonna go with these. Gonna go with the popularity. We have some nice silver helmets. Now the stadium's a big part. Let's go pick this one out. Okay, I don't know how crazy Madden is and how fancy they are, but I'm not sure if you go with an open stadium kind of like this, or a sphere stadium like this, if wind is still going to be in effect. I don't know if they'll completely take it out of the game. I don't know if that's the thing, because Madden, you don't never know with Madden. But I really like this, but we're not really in Florida, we're not in Texas, we're not anywhere very sunny. We're in Portland, Oregon. It gets cold there, gets snowy, so I just don't think this is a logical decision to get a stadium that looks like that. We're obviously going to go with deluxe. Let's get out of the basics. We're not a basic team. So, deluxe traditional stadium, not a big fan of. The deluxe sphere stadium, I think it looks a little. Looks a little weird, and it's obviously not my biggest stadium, but we're not really looking at stadium size. Obviously, we're going to be a coach eventually, right? We're going to switch off this owner. So, I think it's not the coolest design, but I think it's fine. I'm really leaning not towards the futuristic or the canopy. I just don't think that's a really logical choice for us. I'm kind of leaning between the hybrid stadium, so we could be in like a sphere type thing and be outside in the sun, or the Sphere Stadium, and just kind of just have that cool design. And think I might go with the Sphere Stadium. I think it looks a little cool, and I think it'll look cooler than the Hybrid Stadium. So let's go with the Sphere Stadium. Alright, every single player on this team has just been released. We have 0 total players in this team. The Jaguars finished with a 0-16 record, so we had the #1 pick, obviously. And let's get to this draft.
The Portland SNOWHAWKS are now on the clock.
Since obviously we have more time in real life. First overall, it's really not seeming like a tough pick for me. I really like this guy, but I'm wondering if I could trade back maybe to the 3rd overall pick and still get him. That does seem very risky, very risky to me. We could. The issue with this is that we're only getting a pick this year, and the rest are going to be next year. I'm not a very big fan of that. I do realize that we have another pick this year. We have another pick because of, obviously, what the Jaguars have done already. I actually haven't even looked at the picks yet. We have another 4th. That's really it. We don't really have that many crazy amounts of picks, so I'm going to trade this 1st overall pick back. I want to go to maybe the 3rd, 4th, or 5th. I don't want to go too far back. I don't want to take a huge chance. I know there is quarterbacks who are better than him, or obviously are projected to be better than him. So I don't think they're going to accept this. If they do, that'd be wild.
Well, if you're wondering what the delay is, I think we've got a trade coming here.
Well, they accepted it. Let's just go individual. I'm a little nervous now.
The Jets are now on the clock.
They took our right outside linebacker. He looks good. The Jets took a D tackle.
Are now on the clock.
Looking at what just happened, that does make me feel very good. And I also know there's 2 QBs who are projected to go before him. Projected to be better than him, actually. I might go back to maybe the 6th overall pick. Maybe I'm gonna go to the Falcons, or yeah, I'll go to the Falcons or the Giants. We're gonna see if we get, you know, I'm gonna go to the Giants. Let's see if I can go to the Giants and maybe grab their 2nd too, and then we'll go to the Falcons after. You know, let's try to get as much as we can. Hopefully this would go through. I wouldn't expect it. Nope. Let's see if this goes through. No. Okay. I think we might have to go to the Falcons if you want to actually get some value. Maybe even the Dolphins again. The Giants, I wouldn't expect to take a quarterback. The Falcons and the Dolphins, I would not expect them to take a quarterback. Definitely not the Dolphins or Falcons. The Giants, maybe, unless if they're really not liking Daniel Jones. Let's see his overall. 74. That doesn't really make me feel very confident that they're not going to take one. And now that I look at Matt Ryan, how far he's regressing, that also does scare me. They didn't accept that.
How come nobody's at the podium?
That's okay, so we have a bunch of picks.
Working on a trade.
Falcons, I don't think you're going to take him.
The Giants are now on the clock. The Portland SNOWHAWKS
okay, I'm getting too scared.
Are now on the clock.
We traded back enough. We got a bunch of more picks. I do think we could trade back more if I wanted to, but it's not worth risking it. Let's just get him. He has a hidden dev trait.
The Portland SNOWHAWKS are now
I'm
on the clock.
hoping that's a superstar or better, but that's pretty good. He already starting off with a good arm. If you didn't know, Madden, it's so hard to get your quarterback's throw power up, so having a 92 is really good. Accuracies aren't terrible. Oh, let's go back. Has a good break sack, which is interesting. Whoa, he's very, very fast. He has a good juke move. Oh. This guy looks good. Looks like he looks very mobile. Middle linebacker was just taken. I am definitely looking... Oh, a quarterback? They took my quarterback? Yeah. I am definitely looking at a wide receiver right now. I didn't really... Ooh, I think I'm taking him. And that he runs a 4.3. I think it's safe to say I'm probably gonna take that guy. He's 21 too, and he's also 6'1". This guy also looks very interesting. He's 6'3". He is projected to be a late first rounder, and usually that means that he's not a 4.29. Okay, I know the wide receiver I'm taking. Hopefully you're available. I'm taking this 6'1" guy right now. I'm praying that that Cameron guy is still available. 96
The Portland SNOWHAWKS
speed.
are now on the clock.
Wow. Please tell me that wide receiver is still on the board. I would love to have him. Oh, he's still on the board. 75 overall in the second round. 97 speed and 94 excel. Even faster than my previous guy. Wow. That's crazy. A running back was just taken. He looks good too. It does scare me. I haven't even checked the running back class yet. Year 23, I'm not a big fan of that. This says you're an early second round, so I'm not a big fan of you. Let's just look through. I do see a first rounder, and you say a mid first. Seem very slow. How about you? Seems slow also. You are definitely fast, but you're kind of old. We need a running back this year. I have to go with him.
The Portland SNOWHAWKS.
He has a lot of speed, solid juking ability. 23 is very old for a running back, so I'm not a big fan of that age, but I think we could deal with that for a little. Until I would assume next year when we would find a new one. I didn't really scout DBs that much. I kind of just went all in for offense. This D-tackle. I don't see anyone else who's going to really make me sway my decision away from you. I don't believe there's any offensive lineman who would be here. No, there's not. A deep threat. I'm not really interested in any more deep threat wide receivers. We already have two really good ones. I think I'm going to go with this D-tackle. Paul Bacon. Like the name. 72 overall. He's actually kind of fast for a D-tackle.
The Portland SNOWHAWKS are now on the clock.
A little weird. I feel like he might even be getting moved to maybe a D-end. But let's look through these corners and DBs. 6'6". Wow. Any third round pick, not worth taking. Anyone else? I feel like I could have waited on that running back now that I look at it. Let's find our user. Any of you got some speed? Honestly, I have no clue who I want to draft right now. I have 7 more picks available. Let's take a risk. Maybe you're good. 7.
The Portland SNOWHAWKS are now on the clock.
He does have some speed. That's not a bad pick. That is not a shabby pick. I like that. Let's see about safeties. Oh, look a little slow though. I do like my safeties to be more on the run support side. Do like that a lot. Height doesn't really matter for Madden for really any position, which is kind of weird. I'd assume it would have much more effect, but it's Madden. You can't really expect too much. I don't know why that guy's falling so much. I would assume this guy isn't terrible. I don't know why he's falling so much. Two are supposed to be third rounders. You're supposed to be a third rounder. I'm not gonna take you because I already know you're a bust. I'm not gonna take you either, and we're gonna take you. Bad
The
pick.
Portland SNOWHAWKS are now on the clock.
He is a user. He is a user. I can make that guy a very good. I can make him a very good linebacker, just off of using him. Corners. I really rely very heavily on my outside linebackers when I play this game. I don't know why I do, but another bust. That's a big bust.
The Portland SNOWHAWKS
That's
are now on the clock.
That's not the best pick. He's also gonna be probably an okay user. I need to get left tackles. This guy's still on the board. He's been on the board for a while. I mean,
the Portland SNOWHAWKS
that's not a bad pick.
Are now on the clock.
You need linemen. Not a terrible pick. I'm kind of in a situation where I think I might honestly just let the CPU draft from here. 3 more picks. I don't really think I'm going to really be doing anything more that's better, so I'm going to let the CPU draft, see what they do. Probably nothing special, but I have no clue. I didn't really scout too well. But let's see. In my opinion, that was a very good draft. I think we got a lot of solid players. Instantly got a good quarterback and wide receiver tandem. This is going to be deadly, plus a solid running back he's not disgusting. I'm not too happy with him. I'd have liked him a lot more if he was, let's say, 21. If he was 2 years younger, he would be a lot better. But if he proves something this year, obviously he's going to stay. Truman, Hood, and Beretta, all guys who I like. Bacon seems very good. Harper, he was a snipe in the 3rd round. Looks like a good corner, very fast. These 2 linebackers, nothing really special. They drafted us another running back, another 2 running backs, and a middle linebacker. MLB looks like he has some speed and he looks young. We're gonna be an okay team. But that is gonna call it for this episode. This is episode 1. Next episode, what we're gonna be doing is preseason. We're gonna be reviewing. We're gonna be making our undrafted free agent signings. So we're gonna fill out this whole rest of this roster. Then we're gonna do position battles and probably gonna skip preseason because no one really cares about preseason and go into week 1 of the cut that. Alright, next episode, what we're going to be doing is signing these undrafted free agents, going over them, filling out this roster, going through positional battles, and we might go into maybe a game, like a preseason game or something, checking out this roster, seeing how it's going to play, and who seems like they're going to be a star, seeing who's going to be a bust. Maybe the positional battles aren't going to show us who's really good and who isn't. So next episode is going to be an interesting one. If you're still watching this right now, thank you. It means a lot. If you can, go down and hit the subscribe button and also the thumbs up. That will leave a like, and that will mean a lot to me. It'll help a lot. Make sure to check back in for the next episode. It'll probably be coming out either later next week or the week after. It'll be coming out eventually. That'll be week 2, and if this series gets some traction, these will be coming out sooner and sooner. So if you really like these videos, think these are interesting, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. Peace.